They recently had a party, Survivor themed party.
Themed? Was it on the island?
That was in an apartment, but they had little challenges, and you were able to get voted off your team. There was even a immunity idol hidden. I wasn't able to make it, but they told me to hit it in the toilet paper roll.
Wow, that takes some dedication. Did they like unravel the whole thing and ravel it back up?
Yep.
Wow, man. All right, so
if you got, we're starting.
Yep, we have the turn one.
Forgotten Cave. It's about the worst land to start with.
Wow.
And Zach, crop rotation.
Zach has another one in hand along with a tabernacle. I didn't quite catch what the other card was.
As usual, turn one lackey. You know, the usual.
I don't know how valuable Challenge of the Void is. That may have been a card I would have chosen to sideboard out in favor of, say, a Chainer's Edict or maybe the Nomad Stadium.
Or the Mazabith?
Yeah. So now we have second land in play is Tabernacle. So it will slow down David's mana a little bit.
Tabernacle in his own Tabernacle zone?
Right.
Goblin Ringleader. Let's see how good David is here. 1, 2, 3.
So he gets 3 goblins out of the deal. A pile driver, a siege king, and an earwig squad. So if David has a land and a third land for the next turn, he's threatening to curve out the exact same way he did game 1. Alright, so he plays a land and plays a sideboard, a Tormont script. Not looking good for Zach Wilson.
Zach has a Burning Wish in his hand and a Countryside Crusher.
So Zach can play Crusher, which will block the Lackey, which is probably the most devastating thing right now. He's going to play a Mox Diamond to go up to 3 mana. He also has Burning Wish. Unfortunately, the 1 mana left over won't be enough to get rid of this Goblin Onslaught. So I think he's gonna have to opt with the Countryside Crusher and just play 3/3 versus 2/2 and block, right?
Yep. So do you save? Which Goblin do you save? You just save both of them? Or are you saving any of them?
What do you mean?
With Tabernacle, oh, he has 2 mana, so you can save both of them.
Yeah, I think you just save both.
Trophies all I care about.
You save both so that you can. Oh no, because then you can't. Earwig squad.
So I think we have one person really wanting to win here. Zach just says, "I didn't care about the money. The trophies what I'm here for." That's a true gamer here.
Right.
He's here for the money's nice, but the trophy's what he came for.
I think playing the Crusher is pretty good because it eliminates the possibility of that Lackey getting through and dropping down the. Oh, I guess a Siege Gang isn't really that scary, but his Earwig squad could be. And Zach puts little.
The reminder land.
Yeah, the reminder land for his
everything
Tabernacle.
Has zones. Forgotten Cave is to pay for Tabernacle. Tabernacle in the Tabernacle zone because you can't pay for anything. Then usable stuff in the green area.
Starting to think that was a really horrible decision.
Oh, David has a. Did I see a Dust Bowl in David's hand? Does he have Dust Bowl in his deck?
The last game.
Or was it a Wasteland that I saw? Or it was Rashad Port. Like Dust Bowl, that would be really good. But Port, not as good. It's pretty good, not as good.
Yeah. I was hoping to draw lands and be able to shoot them down, but.
Port doesn't do too much with Tabernacle locking it up. Let's see if David remembers to pay for tabs.
I think it's deciding whether or not to pay. You have to pay for the lackey and lets the ringleader go. So we have 1 mana. What are we going to use this 1 mana for? Ooh, an Aether Vial off the top. That's a good one to pay 1 mana for.
Bloodstained Mire, that's gonna be Zach searching for a swamp.
Do it. Yeah, weird. Just tired.
Looks like David wears an extra large size hat. If you didn't notice. Ooh,
Just makes me sad.
Goblin Warren, was it? Warren Weirding? Warren Weirding gets rid of the Crusher, so we're going to get another free Goblin, ladies and gents.
Which goblin does he put here?
It's got to be another ringleader, or, I mean,
Maybe
siege
a pile driver, or
pile driver. I mean,
goblin war chief and then play or something like that.
yeah, war chief. You want to spend this most mana. I mean, you want to put the most, you know, expensive one out there. Where you can still pay for it with Tabernacle triggers.
Plateau.
His Burning Wish. This Burning Wish has to.
Or Savannah, rather.
Yeah, this Burning Wish has to get a Life from the Loam.
But there's a Tormod's Crypt in play.
I mean,
Devastating Dreams.
Devastating Dreams. You could get Devastating Dreams and wait a turn, or with Devastating Dreams for 1. Devastating Dreams for 1 does not get you anywhere. It gets rid of the lackey, but David has a fistful of goblins. Fistful of goblins. So I don't know. We have to wait a turn, right? So you wait a turn. You have to bite down on your lip and just hope that you don't get run over by hasty goblins.
So both goblins are going to be saved.
And price of progress. That's 6 free damage.
8. Tabernacle 2.
Ooh, Tabernacle. I forgot about the Tabernacle off to the side. I forgot.
Tabernacle.
In Tabernacle Land. I think that section of the playmat is actually Pendril Vale. Looks like. So.
Here we squid.
Yep, so we put into play a free Ewa squad, and I believe we're going to go port into Price of Progress. Oh no, port into Aether Vial. I think you're getting pretty greedy with the, well, ooh, Wasteland. Is that 14 to 17? Yep, so left toe is 14 to 17.
Devastating Dreams.
And Devastating Dreams for 2.
This will get rid of all the creatures. A mountain.
Well, it won't get rid of the Irwick squad. It's a 5/3.
Oh, I'll get rid of
It's busty.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was that big.
Gets rid of 2 land, and now that Price of Progress is not going to do nearly as much damage.
Yep.
David passed on 6 damage. I think I would have taken, or 8 damage.
So Tabernacle's word is I have to pay for my guide before we get a battle, right? Is that how it works? That's what happened like another page, right?
It's like,
I think they're asking something about Tabernacle.
So I can choose how they stack? Yeah, okay.
so what are they wondering about?
How Vial and Tabernacle stack, so that he doesn't mess up and accidentally up his Vial before he could pay for Tabernacle.
Right. That's why I'll just put the mana in my pool as soon as my upkeep starts and just to pay for everything. Type. Oh, this Juggernaut is going the distance. And that's a land I could play Crusher. That Crusher is a 3/3 and Price of Progress, and that's the game.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to David Sharfman.
Star City Games Legacy Orlando.
That's exactly what I wanted to lose. One down.
Goblins takes it down for all the Goblins lovers out there. I know there's a couple in this in the room. And Goblins has won this tournament.
I'm inclined to ask.
Sure did. Oh man, you know the best part of well, the tournament being over, one, we get to almost leave, but now we get to use our regular voices.
Yay!